Hi, this is a video for introducing myself. So my name is Benjamin. I call myself here Benjamin Franglish because I speak in English, and Franglish for like French because I'm French. And I opened actually this channel when I was traveling in Laos for like supporting some victims from the Vietnam War, because the Vietnam War was also in the east of Laos happening because of the bombings on the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and I was not that active actually, and then I started being really active when people started burning the French flag and being like so angry at France decided to be what they want to be inside their own territory. So I felt like I got to explain this French culture, but also part of my identity and this citizen of the world type of thinking I'm having, while still being a French patriot when everybody is insulting France for holding such light, actually, because there is a light that France is holding, and France should not adapt to darkness, specifically when it's killing in the name of the most beautiful things you want to say. Still killing in the name of is not beautiful. Reminds you of a song, right? I designed my own t-shirts. My personality is like a volcano, so I do art, but I take note of notes, I write books, okay, and I write a book specifically about religions, topics about like imagination that is in my mind, but I think people live in their own imagination as well. So this is something that can suit me, Don Quixote. I design myself some t-shirts as well, but I'm not trying that much to make you like buy whatever, because I also find that human greed, being like this, like a fly preparing to fly, it's ugly, very ugly, when it's specifically about manipulating masses, and then just being as corrupt, and specifically when you tell yourself as a preacher. So actually I would tell myself more of a de-influencer rather than an influencer. I'm tired of influences on you, like on me, on you. I don't know you actually, but on you, yes. Since you get out of the vagina from your mom, this is birth, you got influenced everywhere. Society, your nation, your religion, your family that you love actually so much. So you have to, and it makes sense. You pay attention to what they told you. We tell you, this is like this is like that. And if you love me, you need to repeat and keep these traditions. When there is no possibility to just make disrupt with the past, I had traveled by land, except Pakistan. We heard a lot about Pakistan. Pakistan, that didn't give me a visa, and I've been obsessed with getting the visa from Pakistan actually, and I still want to go. So maybe in a few years, if things are more chill about the French people specifically, or I can just pretend I am a Muslim. I can make the beard grow and Allah, and that's it. And I can say, like from a human being to another, if I'm lovable only when I belong to your tribe, I think it's really pity, because we are all like ants organizing ourselves through this big space that is Earth, and a lot of things don't know borders, but friendship should not know borders and everything. Then it's not making me like the typical leftist thinking everything should be nice and very naive and wishing through positive thinking, that I find very dangerous. Another type of influence that make you look like a productive robot, thinking, smiling at everything all the time in order to be liked by people who are not that likable in the end, who are just using you and telling you to be just more positive for swallowing the blue pill in a better way, I'm not a fan of that neither. That's why I tell myself de-influencer. I just want to show how people get programmed by my travel, as I said before, by land from Vietnam to France. My personality is a volcano. You can see I talk things and I go into other things, and I go back to what I was saying, I may get it, I speak fast too. This can be hard to follow. By the way, if French people listen to me, I can then teach them English, and why not? If I have the time, sometimes, because I'm very busy on a lot of things, but I like to help, and I can teach French actually for some international people, if again I have the time. If they want to contact me, I would prefer if there is a kind of solidarity between us, We can help each other for different things, exchange ideas in a respectful manner, because respect is beyond nations, something beautiful. We can maybe, if I find I've been scammed for my art a lot. Someone just tried to hack. I need to get the painting at the post office. Actually, just tried to hack my PayPal. But I remember I was supposed to talk about travel from Vietnam to France by land. I'm not forgetting this travel from Vietnam to France, but by the way, for this hacking thing, if I find trustable people around, all the people try to scam me, wow, I feel like there is gold around the dirtiness of the world, and it's like beautiful, because many people are gold, to be honest. It's just sometimes they're just so hard to find. But I was talking this travel, I was not brave, I was naive maybe, but it allowed me to finish this travel in solo. I went from China to Mongolia, west of China, in Xinjiang, that is now having problem with communist China trying to uniformize everything through authority. And I am not pro-Islam at all, but I'm pro-humans. So if humans are suffering, that is a pity thing. And now some Muslims are suffering in Xinjiang for sure, but not, I don't want to say I want to protect Muslims. I want to say I want to protect humans. It's something pity what's going on with them. But then if also they're like a type of terrorist vibes and everything, terrorist vibes, what kind of vibe can be that? Then it's not that easy. Right? You need to be strict. The nicer you are to people, the less they can respect you at some point. So need to analyze this topic in a more profound manner. I went then to Tibet, and I'm not a Buddhist neither, but now I am actually right now, and I move a lot, so I don't want to say I will live in Thailand all my life, but I am in this Buddhist Thailand, and there's the Buddhist Tibet as well, and I feel like that was still pity to put some sex shops in Lhasa, next to some Buddhist temples, almost just to troll them, to insult them. For sure, there's a way to respect and stuff. So, and China is said so atheist, but it's not atheist at all. It's also very superstitious about money. So strangely, the communism is helping capitalism. So it's a paradox, so yin and yang being together. It's gray now, and very gray actually. The state is gray, but the people inside are still colorful. They are very colorful provinces, and China is as big as Europe, if not bigger. So it's like something wonderful to discover. Then been to Nepal, India. India is the most Dionysus, like Dionysus, the Greek god, country vibe I would feel. You feel drunk all the time, and you don't need to drink. You don't even need to smoke something. But you see some priests smoking ganja in the name of their spirituality. So this is also strangely very interesting. Then people can follow, because it smells good here and there, the spirituality, and you can get trapped in a strange circle. I have a lot of stories, funny ones also, and sometimes profound ones, but sometimes like dark ones, I have to be honest, to share about India. And then I want to talk about Pakistan. I could not go. I got to cheat a little bit, and I got scammed in India. So thanks to my dad, he paid me a flight ticket. I felt ashamed. I was like, I need to pay him back the money, because I've been really badly scammed with my grandma's heritage money, who passed away during my travel. I got the money, and then I've been scammed because of maybe greed, or just because I wanted to realize some beautiful, very beautiful projects faster than I should have done it. And in the end, I still could not realize it. And I would introduce slowly this project I wanted to realize that made me scammed in India. I went then to Dubai by flight. I cheated a bit, I know. And then I went from Sharjah, next to Dubai, to Bandar Abbas in South Iran by boat. Then from Iran, I discovered something wonderful, even if the Islamic Republic of Iran has some not so chill vibes, let's say, and very strict also specifically on women, which made me a very feminist guy in Iran, but not the feminism you hear about like in the Western world, for example, which should make women peace standing in the name of equality. No, that would be too much. I'm like a little trolling right now, but we get into vibes like this sometimes. I went to Turkey thanks to some two Iranians who helped me to cross the border and they wanted to check if everything was all right with me. A lot of good souls worried about me. It was a heart-to-heart talk, like that was caring beyond any nations, beyond any differences in religions or whatever. They repeat they are Muslim because they come from a Muslim background, and but I don't care, and they don't care, and everybody was fine as much as it worked with Hindu and Buddhist and all religions of the world, until I understood I just was nothing, and I liked to be nothing. Because in Iran, because wait, let me check, I'm white, they just thought I was Christian. And yes, my grandparents were Catholic, now they're dead. And I went also later to Israel, Jerusalem, by cross, from my grandma, from the grave of my grandma, for a respect that in case I'm wrong about religions, the Christianism corpus was right, which I don't think so, as much as other corpus, I don't think they're right. But in case, but then at least my grandma is good where she is. And I wish her well, because the last time she died, the day I went to Israel to do a strange solo pilgrimage. As an atheist, yes, atheist or nothing, I like to be nothing, as I said again. I went then to Turkey, then Bulgaria, the Israel and Palestine, because I also been to Cisjordania travel. Has been after a moment in Vietnam. First I did this travel by land until then Turkey, we heard a lot about it, Bulgaria up to France, which then I didn't want to travel in Europe, was just too expensive for me at these times actually, and too much tourism like. But one day I want to analyze each country of Europe, provinces. There's so much to learn, of course, and Europe has a wonderful legacy. But that's gonna be in an appropriate timing. Now we live in this COVID anyway, so now is the time I need to share, otherwise I almost feel selfish to keep it only for me. I can describe my art, but I want to talk also philosophy, or not philosophy. I don't want to talk pussy-sophy. Talking around and turning around the wannabe fancy talk intellectualism is a kind of definite, because you prepare the answer even without listening properly to someone. You want to say you have something to add and so on. I don't want to fall in this trap, never, because infinite talk is quite easy. My video is getting long already, so it's like 2 minutes 42 seconds, 12 minutes, sorry, 42 seconds, 45, 46. Okay, this is the time to soon finish this. I went back to France. I was supposed to work, according to the society, and I was hesitating myself, like biting my nails and wondering, am I doing something good? Isn't it risky for my career not to use my master in law? So I was also teaching debating classes in English and in French in Vietnam, and then I ended up being the teacher of my own law master degree in Hanoi, because my master degree was delocalized in Hanoi, until I faced the Vietnamese bureaucracy with the French bureaucracy, and until my own law university was, wait for it, not respecting law. Then maybe should I think that everything happens for a reason or not? I don't know, but I've been scammed terribly, and still the boss was a crazy woolly administrative type of monster, called monster with no heart, not thinking that you can be in trouble financially if you don't get paid your salary on time. Betrayed by my own friends, because the friend who was doing this master degree back in the time, he knew I would not get paid for the next year. There would be some administrative problems, and he still recommended me to have this job, and he never told me you will not get paid on time. I took sometimes 2 months, 3 months to get paid on time. I honestly ended up crazy. I understand the violence it creates in you when you are poor and broke, and more than broke, like poor, not respected, and desperate, and you feel only strength is working in this mean world when everybody seems to care only about themselves and to talk to you only according to their own interest. If you have feelings like me right now and understand, I want to say you're not alone. There's still a minimum, a few, maybe you're not gonna find them now, but there will be some healthy friends with some anger inside, and anger you can feel understandable, like they don't want to fall in this anger, they don't want to fall into hatred, but hatred has something pure that many people try to close their eyes to, and there's something interesting to learn about this as well, even if you don't want to become yourself a beast, a monster. So being healthy, the body, because there's something intelligent in taking care of your own body, and not about like shallow Instagram pics just to get liked by girls who will, or guys, depending on you, who will not give, we will not care. I was about to say something rude. We will not care about what you want to say. We will not care about your personality, but just want to treat you like an object to use a moment and next or whatever. No, I don't know you, but you may be better than that. So this is a bit emotional in this ending introduction video. I have so much to share, like a volcano. I like art, I like writing, I like martial arts. I live in Thailand. I'm gonna go to Muay Thai in 1 hour right now. I don't like fighting. I hate violence, specifically from mean people who know nothing about violence, and they want to use psychological violence against you, and they think because they're in a better position, entrepreneur, positive vibe or whatever, they can look down on you. No, there's some honor. You don't want to use violence, but sometimes you need to show you are able to use it. Maybe if you want to feel respected, which is a very pity thing. I hope there are other solutions. Asking for respect sometimes is not the right way. Imposing respect, maybe. I have no idea. I'm ready to attract a lot of hatred on my YouTube, and I don't care. Come. I want that if it's coming from monster people who can be happy. A teacher in France lost his head just because what? He showed a cartoon? Like seriously? I want these enemies. If they want to come, they're not even enemies to me. They're monsters, spiritual monsters. Like they call themselves spiritual. Like you cannot be happy about the death of anyone. And I'm not talking about all the Muslims in that case, because you understood what it was talking about. I'm talking about the ones who we want to be yes but, the yes but mentality, when there are things that are just absolute. You don't want to intellectualize in and talk about that. You just feel it in your guts. That's it. It's beyond every nations and religions and everything you want. You know some stuff are wrong, and even if the drawings can be wrong by themselves, if you think like this, you know, so killing is wrong. So that's it. There is no there's no yes but, you know. Sometimes I calm down now. This is 17 minutes of a long introduction video, and there's also love to show, so I'm gonna show love from my friendships. Friendships is like where you cannot get normally breaks up, but sometimes people disappear when they text you, and according to whenever they want, it just takes 10 seconds to send a text. A lot of things will disappoint you in life. Maybe let's be disappointed together, but no, there's also a lot of beautiful things to share. That's why in this world that looks like so terrible, I want to show the beautiful things. Some Iranian people officially supposed to hate Israel were thinking Israel in Akko when I was showing videos of Akko, where it was interesting, and they realized it looks like Iran in some points, because yes, there are many Muslims there, and they're living with this Oriental culture. Of course, the bazaar, the souk thing. There are like people who are supposed officially to hate each other when they follow traditional media. We understand they have so much more in common actually in the end. In that matter of fact, that's where you need to maybe open your eyes, and maybe with me too, because sometimes I feel the world is just dark and angry, and like people are just caring about themselves in a bad way. I don't want to fall in that trap, neither. Sometimes it's hard, but I still believe some people can be God, whatever they come from, whatever their official religion. I don't care, whatever their sexual orientation. I don't care, whatever they think. You know, in the end, as long as they still want to do good stuff, this the most beautiful thing, and there is a lot, so much to discover about the world, and that's what I want to show as well. So thank you for following this channel. This is a very vague, vast introduction because the world is vast and so interesting, so I don't want to specialize into a specific niche when I've discovered so much more into transversal perspective. Anyway, I hope you still enjoy my French accent a minimum and can understand me when I speak. There will be paradoxes, contradictions, because the world is full of that, so why not myself? But as I like to remind, I like to be nothing, and I don't want to belong to any specific doctrine to fight other doctrines, never. So that's maybe why it will sound sometimes contradictory, and I am aware of it. Thank you so much.